Welcome back to my channel. It's been days I record a video on mathematics. I just want to record a video on a certain topic that sets. We are already familiar with the concept of sets, so I won't dive much into the concept, but I will look at some important aspects of set representation, and this is very important for university students. So we are going to look at set notation, how we represent sets in this very tutorial. So stay with me as I take you through the process. So we are looking at one important aspect of the set notation, which is the interval notation. We are already familiar with one part in our high schools. So A less than or equal to B less than C. We are familiar with this kind of notations. So let's say 2 is less than or equal to x less than 3. We are familiar with this kind of notation, and you can represent this in a number line. But one thing we have to note is that this doesn't mean that this contains only numbers, maybe 2 and 3. 3 is not even part. This notation is telling us that we can have 2 is less than or equal to the number x. So x can be 2 negative, so 2 everything between 2 and 3. So everything between 2 and 3, including 2, that's the meaning. So 2, we don't have negatives, I mistakenly mentioned negative. So 2, 2.1, maybe 2.00001. So if we are going to list the number of elements in this alone, we cannot digest or do justice to what listing the number of elements in this. So this is one important notation. So let me just represent this in a number line. We just have number line with 0. Maybe we have we don't have negative, so I don't need a negative. Let me bring my 0 even closer. I bring my 0 here. Then I have 2 here, I have 3 here. So if we are representing this in a number line, we have a thick circle at 2, then an open circle at 3, because 3 is not inclusive, then we join them. So this is how you do this, or you represent this in a number line when you were learning inequalities at high school, or if you are still in high school, it's fine. You're just coming to learn something new, but you are already familiar with this. Maybe what you are not familiar with is what I'm going to do at the B part of today's tutorial. So stay with me as I take you through that. So the B part is actually the name that we are just going to we've just written here, the interval notation. So actually it bears that name. So we have A comma B, where A and B are what? Real numbers. So that's what we are just coming to look at. So we can represent the same thing as this interval notation that we've just done with the inequalities. So 2, 3, you just have it this way. So if I have this, it means that 2 is not included and 3 is what? Not included. So 2 and 3 aren't included. It means everything between 2 and 3 without including what 2 and 3 itself. Another way we have it, we can have maybe one-sided, maybe it's left sided open, so it is one-sided open or closed, one-sided closed. So this one is what? Open interval. It's an opened interval. Opened interval. So this part is an opened interval. And this one is one-sided opened. That means the 2 is inclusive, but the 3 is exclusive. It's not part of the numbers really. So it's exactly what we've represented when we're dealing with the inequalities. So this in an inequality form is 2 less than or equal to x less than 3. While this one is 2 less than x less than 3 without the equal to here. There's no equal to sign here. So let's get rid of it. Here we have an equal sign there if you are writing it as an inequality. And we can equally have the right-handed side opened. So that means we have an open, a closed interval at the right-hand side. That one is one-sided open. So one-sided closed. It's the same thing whether one-sided open or one-sided closed. So we have it here. So this one we have 2 less than x, this time around less than or equal to 3. Then we have the final one, which is both sided closed. So it is just known as the closed interval. So closed interval. And I would like you to write the inequality that it represents, and you can equally plot it in a number line. You can have it in a number line. So we have 0 just like the other one, 2, 3. This time around it contains both 2 and 3. So you have thick circles there, then join the circles. So that's how you represent these intervals in a number line. So we can represent all the intervals we've just done in a number line. So what I want you to take away is the numbers 2, 3 doesn't mean if I have the set with the curly bracket 2, 3, it means it contains only 2 and 3. But if I have a set A is equal to, I use the normal bracket 2, 3, it doesn't mean that it contains only 2 and 3. It contains infinite number of elements ranging from 2 or between 2 and 3. It depends on the kind of interval it is, if it is open or closed. So this one contains only 2 and 3, whilst this one contains infinite number of elements. So this, let me say this one is A and this one is B. Let me cancel small and explain what I'm just talking about.